Spraying through the Benjis, nigga.
Hello, it's Mozzie, Mr. Fucking Fame shit. Don't you know that life is what you make it? Death is probably just a good vacation. Fuck opinions, I don't gotta explain shit. In the Matrix, visit a bunch of places. Feeling like there's 12 disciples waiting. Change your limits and eliminating. What are the wine is really all the same shit. A way to look at the infinite situation. In the world of infinite inclination. Kings and queens are getting a bit impatient. Literally living the days of the awakening. Papa squatting the job with no erasing. There's not no compass, not like we was racing.
Peace, family. Get this wisdom. It's Lineage Live. I'm here with Pharoah after the lecture.
That's right. Listen, just gave a hell of a lecture in Philly, phenomenal. Love the city, love all the family that came out. Now we're doing our thing on the interview and get this wisdom. If you ain't subscribed to the channel, family, go subscribe right now and get this wisdom. So with that being said, we're gonna jump into the interview. We ain't even gonna waste no time for y'all. We're gonna give y'all straight juice.
So instead of people asking you questions you already obtained the answer to, how do we ask you something that inspires you to the next stage, or to figure out something you don't know yet?
That's a good question. I think people have to ask me something I don't know, and make me inquisitive as far as researching in that subject matter. And I'm not gonna say people don't ask me things that I don't know. I'd rather say people gotta ask me something that would interest me. Like, for example, I've been looking into the flat earth topic, and, I had a stance that it was definitely round, and I'm not saying that it's flat because it's toroidal, so it's not flat, but it's definitely not totally spherical, so that being said, due to the, let's say the inquisitiveness of the people, they definitely guide you in the research, any true teacher would definitely, be influenced to go into the direction of the demand of the people, So like I'm giving that example because that's definitely a prime example. I went definitely on the flat earth theory, why it's not flat, and I'm still it's not flat. I mean, it's not flat in that sense, but it's not spherical in that sense. If you study sacred geometry, you'll know that you spin any object on its axis, it becomes toroidal. So I think that the earth is not spherical, but it's not completely flat either. It's like, if I can explain it, it's like a penny. It's like putting a penny inside of a marble, if that makes sense. So there's a it's not even a dome. It's a spherical orb that you're inside of, and it's you're not really locked in. You just need a certain frequency to get out. But outside of that, jumping back on the topic, that's something that the people have definitely guided me in the direction of in regards to the questions that they ask. So I guess people just gotta ask things that I need to pay attention to, as far as what is not immediately in my normal criteria. So like the flat earth theory, I could have gave a damn about that topic, but the discussion was coming up so much, I said let me look into it. So with that being said, I'm definitely I'm not making no flat out point blank statements on the earth, but I'm letting everybody know within about the next 30-45 days I'm going to be coming out with a lecture on is the earth flat or not, and there's going to be a proper perspective, and some things I'm going to retract, and some new things I'm going to introduce. There's some things about the flat earth theory that were correct, some things that were incorrect, and the totality of that information is going to come out. So as far as people helping influence me into information I may not know, all they got to do is present it, and I definitely look things up in my spare time and make adjustments to areas that need to be adjusted. Period. Everybody good? Yeah. Okay. Ooh, that went too quick. Spirit science. An introduction to the higher self. Now, what is spirit science and what is the higher self, right? Spirit science is the science of your soul. Everything has a formula. I don't care what it is. It has a formula of how it is done and how it should function properly. So this right here is going to be redelivering the proper formula of your spirit to you. Now it's an introduction to the higher self, because a lot of people have not been yet properly introduced to their higher self. Now, what is the higher self? Your higher self is the highest elevation of you. So, for example, your heaven might not be my heaven. Your hell might not be my hell. If you're scared of snakes and I like snakes, then your hell would probably have snakes and mine would. So with that being said, your higher self is your higher self. It is the most positive frequency of your own thought process, personality, etc. So first we want to put that on the table, because you got a lot of people out here still thinking that consciousness is a religion and we're supposed to be aspiring to be some mythical frequency. That's not true. There's not no blissful all higher self. Everybody reaches the destination through their own road. Y'all have a mall here. You know you can take a side street or you can get on the freeway. Either way it goes, you know the destination. So we're talking about the introduction to your higher self. This lecture is compacted and composed of mass inventory and amount of information that you should be able to utilize without a problem to get back to your highest level of vibration, which will be your second chakra, crown chakra. So without further ado, I will start this presentation, but I wanted to give y'all the basis and synopsis of the format that I will be speaking upon today. And with that being said, first slide, let's get it in. Who are you? Who are you? Okay? Because here is what you think you are, and here is what you actually are. Now with that being said, first of all, we got to understand that your body is your spirit condensed. You look how you feel, etc. Now, what you have to understand is the way you look today is the way you plan to look yesterday. Before you and I'm going to be going to this in a more detailed manner, but before you chose to reincarnate, etc., you already knew what type of body you wanted, what time you wanted to come, what your zodiac sign would be, what type of genetic inventory you would have that would be conducive to your spiritual growth. So with that being said, the reason that this is so important is because this is actually an improper perspective provided throughout humanity by what I like to call Western psychology. Now, Western psychology teaches you to attach yourself to the phenomena being observed. So now let me give you an example, right? When you look at water, right, even though you are an extension of water, we're just going to be hypothetical here to prove my point. When you look at water, you don't say, I'm that water in that bottle. You say, I'm about to drink that water in the bottle. What it teaches you to be the observer of the potential experience. What Western psychology does is it teaches you to associate yourself as the experience. So instead of saying, hey, I'm experiencing anger, you say, I'm mad as hell. But how can you be angry if you're experiencing anger? Because you're not always angry, because if you was motherfucking angry, you wouldn't know you were, because you would always be that. So a tree doesn't say, hey, I'm a tree and I'm doing this, that, and the third, because it just is. So that being said, you don't wake up every day and say, I'm living. You don't do that every day. You don't say, I'm breathing and I'm living and I'm having a physical experience. Because you just are. So that being said, we have to understand that you are the consciousness, aka electrical conduit and the electrical intervals in the body. That are being conducted consciously within the body, and the body is just your vessel. So now, with that being said, your body is biologically and genetically and neurologically programmed to give you the fullest experience of what you call being a human. So you have a body.
I heard through the grapevine that you were trying to switch up your approach and tap into the youth, into like the younger generations, right? The younger kids, the younger audience. How exactly do you plan on reaching out to them and connecting to them on a level that they will understand?
I actually got actual children's cartoons coming out. And I have one that's about 95% done. The only last thing I had to do was actually purchase a green screen. And I had to, do my part in front of it so that I can be, edited out and made into an animated character. So, it'd basically be like watching Dora the Explorer if it was watching Young Pharaoh the Explorer type way. This new spectrum myself is called, the YPYC, Young Pharaoh Youth Connection. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a debut on YouTube, letting everybody know that my first video is done. And I'm going to post my first children's video on YouTube just for people to get a shot at the quality of energy that I put into this, and at the quality of the children's dedicated video itself. And everything after that will be posted inside my site. So you have to subscribe to my site, and you can send your children down, and they can have a video more formatted towards them in let's say such a way that holds their attention as a child. So with that being said, I'm trying to do this for the youth. A lot of people, everybody else talking about it's the children, but ain't nobody doing nothing for the children at all, So at least if I can offer a video that's for you consistently, just straight information, no bull crap, no polluting your mind. A lot of people might say that's not enough, but goddamn it, that's more than enough than anybody's doing right now. Nobody's doing shit. Everybody's making promises. We're gonna build this, we're gonna do that. Ain't nobody doing nothing for these babies. So at least if I can make you laugh as a child, and educate you at the same time for 30 minutes, you know, in the form of a cartoon, you know, that's more than we can ask for, you know. You know, whatchamacallit, total opposition to Cartoon Network right now. You know, you ain't got to worry about your children watching no subliminally implanted negative messages, nothing crazy on the TV. You know, it's just straight information in a format that the children will enjoy it, you know. So that's what I'm offering for the children right now. Like I said, my first video should be done this week, and I'm not going to stop. It's going to be a consistent thing. It's going to we're going to just make it grow as big as we can, you know.
Last thing, let everybody know what you got coming up. Where can we expect to see you?
I will be in Las Vegas November 11th with the God Dizzy Wright. Do not miss this. The Bible is based off astrology, okay? This is not a lecture that you don't want to be present for. This is not a lecture that you want to play games and be late to. This is that, dang, and we going to have the God Dizzy Wright in the building. Come on now, Dizzy Wright. All right, and Young Pharoah in the same goddamn bit. That's like Jesus and Moses in the same place. So with that being said, you know, Las Vegas is this was my first time coming to Philly. This is going to be my first time coming to Vegas, and I'm not coming to play no games. So this PowerPoint is going to go ham, okay? The Bible is based off astrology. That's all I got to say, and y'all know how I'm rocking. Y'all know how I'm rocking. So, you know, bring your mama, bring your grandmama, bring your wife, bring your sister, bring your daughter. All my kings come out, bring your family. And, man, we're going to get this information, you know, to you in a proper fashion. So, you know, Las Vegas, get ready for me. Then me and the general said we will be in New York. We'll be in New York either November or December. You know, there's some conflicts going on with our scheduling right now. We schedule right now for November, but we might have to rearrange that to December. But don't worry about that. Either way it go, we rocking. New York, we coming. I promise you that. So that lecture right there is the ancient architecture, sciences, and civilization of ancient Egypt, and I'm about to go crazy on Egypt. You know, I'm about to go ham. That's all I got to say. So, you know, I'm about to break down the true sciences. You know how the King's Chamber was actually a meditation chamber, and you know, it was actually you know, powered by a liquid aquifer. You know, a water generated aqueduct that's no longer there, and you know, the electricity was generated due to the Ernell River, and particles in the atmosphere was ionized and synchronistically funneled to the kings and queens chambers, and they was basically breathing in electrically charged atoms, and you know, this actually heightens their senses. And the kings and queens chamber was actually a meditation chamber, and while in there, you know, the only funnel of light that they can see was to certain constellations, such as the Pleiades constellation, and they were projecting their consciousnesses there. You know, so I'm about to go. I'm not playing with y'all when I come on that lecture. So if people want to talk about Egypt, ain't nobody out here teaching it right. So, you know, we're going to talk about the things that did really happen and the shit that never really happened, that people think happened, you know. Nobody built those buildings that you think built, you know. None of them. So, you know, that's a lie. So after I knock the Bible down, I'm going to knock down the fictitious aspect of Egypt, and I'm going to give you the forbidden real aspect of Egypt. So, you know, get ready for me. Vegas, New York City, y'all next on the map. Period. Y'all gonna get this with. I'm gonna get this wisdom, so it's only right y'all get this wisdom. Period. Okay, now reincarnation. All right. What is reincarnation? Reincarnation. Re-enter your car, build a nation. Okay, now re-enter your car, build a nation. So, with that being said, reincarnation. Re-enter your car to build a nation. Now you got two different types of nations. Why? Because you got two different levels of physical existence. Everything has duality. You got physics, then you got metaphysics. Meta just means beyond. Physics means the study of which you can calculate by the means of length, width, distance, height, volume, etc. So metaphysics is what exists, but exists beyond your ability to calculate it using length, width, height, volume, etc. So you have nation, which is your physical nation, but your physical nation comes from your imagination. Follow me? So you imagine, right, what it is you want to formulate, and then once you actually physically formulate it, it becomes a nation. So now you re-enter your car to construct your will upon this planet. That is it. Ain't life so simple? Nigga, you didn't come in this motherfucker to work at McDonald's. I did not at all. I did not come here to be dealing with niggas that's drunk at 2 in the morning, giving me attitude about how fast I can produce they motherfucking large fry. I did not do that. I didn't do that. So with that being said, you re-entered your car to build a nation, predicated upon your imagination. But your imagination is limited by the policies and statutes of a fucking fictitious ass business that shouldn't be here. So you might say, damn, I want to wear this shit, I want to be a samurai today, and I want to do 5 backflips today at 7 o'clock. Well, you can't, nigga, because you have to go to work. So you don't get to be a soul. When do you get to be a soul? You don't get to do you. In your motherfucking natal chart, it might say you're, like for example, right? My natal chart says I'm a very great speaker, and it says it. But motherfucker, if I worked at UPS, it would be no young Pharoah. Because nigga, that don't require no talking. That requires delivering shit. So everybody in the room, him, the guy back there, all of y'all, you can't express yourself because your occupation don't motherfucking allow it. So you traded in your natal chart for a resume.
All right, so all leaders began following somebody. So who'd you say inspired you, or would be a master teacher, or somebody you inspired off of?
I mean, people are not gonna believe me, but I gotta say nobody. I didn't know nobody. Like I told people, I didn't even know who Khalid Muhammad was till I met Seti. I mean, people, you don't know who Khalid? No, nigga, I did not. Nigga, I was gangbanging and I would have probably put a pistol in your face. So I didn't know nothing about no Khalid Muhammad, none of that. I mean, I knew the average Joe that everybody knows. Everybody knows Martin Luther King, you know what I'm saying? That's just what it, but I didn't know like real Black Power leaders. You know, I had never heard of, like I said, Dr. Ben, Walter Wills. I had never heard of these people, so it was really nowhere for me to draw inspiration from except for myself. Like honestly, I thought I was the first motherfucker doing this. I'm not gonna lie. And then I said, damn, it's a community of people that's doing this shit. And it's a whole bunch of people out here. And then, you know, within that community being drawn in, thinking that I was coming with like minds, you know, I ran into a lot of bullshit and evils. But outside of that, you know, in my mind, you know, I was the first person out here teaching the people. I thought I was doing something new. And then, you know, I found out General Seti exists. You know, I found out a lot of people exist. So I drew a lot of inspiration from my own will to do something good. And, you know, I don't really, how can I say this? I really don't like the leader concept, you know? And the reason I said it is because it teaches people to be dependent upon somebody else for relief. You know what I'm trying to say? We should be teaching people to be self-sufficient, you know? So even when people call me a leader, you know, I always shoot that down. Because I'm not your God, you know? I don't want to be your God. I don't know you. I might not like you. You might not want me to be your God because I might not bless you. I might just smite you. So with that being said, you know, I really drew a lot of inspiration from myself and just wanted to better myself and just daring to do something that I felt hadn't been done, which was be intellectually strong. A lot of people are smart, but they dumb smart niggas. Like Cat Williams said, you know, they recite bullshit and it sound good, but I'm actually making what you call, you know, breakthrough information, you know, I'm penetrating boundaries of aspects, you know, opening doors, the gateways, the thoughts that hasn't been explored. So, you know, I just want to be somebody that, like, I see myself like how Floyd Mayweather is like known for fighting. I want to be known for debating like that. Like I want to go to Germany. You know what I'm saying? Go get your best German geneticist and let me bust his ass down on the evolution theory. Like, so you know, I see myself going to that level intellectually, and that was just where I was aspiring to be. And you know, my path has brought me here where I am. You know, even here today with you doing this interview, and you know, I'm just gonna continue to see where it takes me. But as far as people acknowledging my work and agreeing with the information, you know, that's because real recognize real. So, you know, we both got to be real to recognize real. I ain't gonna be faking recognize real. I don't consider nobody like a follower. I consider people that just understand what I understand, and you know, we agree and they support my journey, and in the, you know, when I support theirs, and we support each other in different ways.
So, speaking on your journey, where do you see yourself? Like, is there a destination, or like, what do you see yourself becoming out of everything you've gathered?
I mean, right now, I don't know. That's my honest answer. You know, I've envisioned a lot of things for myself, but you know, my potential is so unlimited. I honestly don't know. Like I've seen positive outcomes for myself. I've seen negative outcomes for myself, but realistically, you know, I have to say I don't know. You know, I don't know if I'll, you know, maybe somebody will call me and ask me to be the president of their country. Who knows? You know, maybe I'll motherfucking you know, they'll put me in the history books, you know, but I don't know where my journey will take me. And actually what's healthy for me is not trying to figure that out, you know. Like my platform been stepping up, you know, I'm cool. Shout out to my man Abel Killer Trujillo, that's my motherfucking man. Okay, UFC fighters, you don't know who he is. You know, I've linked with some great people. Lecture coming up in Vegas with Dizzy Wright. Shout out to the guy Dizzy Wright. You know, so I'm linking with hip hop artists, UFC fighters. You know, Kago. Shout out to Juan Kago. You know, I'm linking with a lot of people, but it's like I'm not trying to. So I think if I was trying to, I wouldn't, because my energy would be tainted. So really, truthfully, I'm just putting my message out there, and I'm just seeing where it takes me. You know, so whether I become one of the greatest of the greats, or I always stay at this level, you know, I'm really just aspiring to make sure I got the energy to do what I do, whether I ascend or stay, you know, neutralized. Because I'm not going to ascend, that's not an option. But I'm really not, I really can't tell you where I see myself to a certain extent. I see myself being successful, but specifically how, I don't know. Because when it comes to teaching, it's not like Martin Luther King would never get a BET award, you know, it's not for that, you know what I'm saying? So it's not like if you ask a hip hop artist, where you see yourself, they're gonna say the #1 on the charts, #1 selling album. But you can't ask a nigga that's trying to teach people that extraterrestrials exist and that the motherfucking CIA killed Marilyn Monroe because she was gonna tell the truth. Nigga, I don't get an award for that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where the fuck I'm. So with that being said, you know, I don't know, but I know that I'm gonna keep doing what I do, and whatever platforms I land on, you know, such as Get This Wisdom, or you know, any other great beautiful platforms that I land on, you know, I will happily come through and do what it is I do. Period.
And, as far as the music goes, is there any projects that we can look out for?
Oh yeah. My first mixtape that's on iTunes right now is called The Black Woman Is God. You gotta go grab that. I'm working on the mixtape right now. It's called Levels to This Shift, and that should be out. That should be done by next week. I'm gonna try to have. Next month. Excuse me. I got some projects I'm finishing up by next week, and I'm gonna get to promoting it. Try to have it out within the next month and a half. And you know, this mixtape, you know, I really took my time with it because it's symbolic to different aspects of yourself. Because when it comes to consciousness, you know, people try to make it like a religion, try to tell you what you can't wear, or they try to delete the aspect of you that you're comfortable with and make you into a Mr. Magoo nigga. I'm not with that. So you know, the whole mixtape is gonna be all kind of songs on there. It ain't just gonna be just read a book songs on there. It's gonna be street songs on there, not influencing you to do nothing bad, but it's gonna be what I've been through on there. My pain gonna be on there. I got, you know, R&B type songs on there. It's just levels to this shift, you know. It's gonna deal with the totality of your being, you know, in all aspects, and there's gonna be something on there that you gonna jack, you know. So if you a street dude, you know, there's street songs on there for you. If you type person that listen to Common and Erykah Badu and stuff on there for you. If you like Jacquees stuff on there for you. But it's all coming from my perspective and what I've been through in life, you know. So it's not like a mistake where I'm trying to just fit in a Jack people's style, you know. It's the truth, you know. Like, for example, I got a song on there called "Don't Debate Me," and like, you know, in my hook I be like, you know, I said, "You niggas not real, don't debate me," and Jesus not real, don't debate me. The money not real, don't debate me. You niggas not real, don't debate me. And it's like, that's the hook. But it go higher, but it's like I said, man, if you believe in Jesus, you ain't gonna listen to my shit, and I don't expect you to. But with that being said, like I said, it's my swag coming from my point of view, and you know, I got conscious higher body songs on there. I got songs that's more catered to the streets, songs that's more catered to the queens, and you know, it's levels to the shit, and all of that is gonna be embodied in that mixtape. So, how to clean the charge with crystals? Here we go now, because sometimes niggas don't clean their crystals. And nigga, how you want this shit to help you? You still ain't helped it. This shit still got the last 4 times you fucked up all over. Damn, help him out, please. So he can do what he do. Now, you can sage your crystals, okay? Now, some people might say, sage is corny. I ain't going to burn sage because that shit is, that spiritual shit corny. But scientifically proven, sage actually cleans 94% of bacteria out of that. So you might think sage is corny. Nigga, I like my oxygen clean. Thank you very much. Ground your crystals. Your crystals will absorb electrons and electronically charged atoms out of the atmosphere known as ions, and it will self-clean and self-heal itself. The moon. Allow the moon to refresh the electromagnetic spectrum of your crystals. Sunlight. Sit your crystals in the sun and allow the sun to vibrate your crystals into a more purified form. And the last form is water. And we see this in nature. When water flows through the river and you see them little sparkly minerals and they're being clean, and all they're doing is being electrically charged by the static friction being caused by its interaction with the surface of the crystals between the water. So that's how now we know the science of crystals, now we know how to clean our crystals. And I told you I'm not leaving no stone untouched in this lecture. You're gonna be conscious after this shit. Real conscious. Reiki healing part 1. Because niggas say, oh, I don't believe in Reiki healing and that's fake. And then in the Bible, it tell you what? Jesus healed people with his hand. Why do every religious story, you know, the Quran, Buddha, everybody always healing somebody with their hand? This is an actual ability that people have evolved where you can use your biofield to modify the biofield of another person. It's not nothing, you know, that's not understandable about that science. Now Reiki, right? Reiki, healing by definition, is a healing technique based on the principle that the therapist can channel energy into the patient by means of touch to activate the natural healing processes of the partner's body and restore physical and emotional well-being. Now let's go to the etymological roots of the word Reiki. Reiki, right, is a Japanese word for universal life energy. So Reiki healing literally means universal life energy. That's simple. And it's something that we've got out of the practice of because we gave up this practice for motherfucking Percocets. The truth, time you tell like it is. You don't want to Reiki healing. You don't want to cut on no binaural tunes and upgrade your frequency, nigga. You just want a Motrin. You gonna fuck yourself up 5 times than you was upon paying for the goddamn Motrin. So we have to understand the science of Reiki healing. Okay? So with that being said, you have an aura, you have a biofield, and out of the soles of your hands, right? People also push their biofield. Okay? So with that being said, if y'all don't believe that you have a biofield, close your eyes right now and put your hand in front. Let somebody else put their hand in front of your face. If you can feel their motherfucking hand in front of your face, nigga, that's your aura. So if I got a bad aura and I'm all around you and fucking with you, I'm altering your aura. So we say he's a bad influence. What is he influencing? That nigga literally influencing your soul. You can get a nigga come in here right now and I'll stop this lecture and say, bro, you gotta go, bro. I just don't fuck with you. You got a bad aura. Nigga, your shit ain't rainbow. Your shit just red. You came in here, nigga. You trying to be rainbow. You know what I'm saying? And then if you look at homosexuality, you know, and I don't judge nobody. You homosexual, do you? I'm just not homosexual, and it is what it is. But with that being said, if you look at this flag for the gay flag, it's an upside down rainbow, which means the reverse chakra system. Because you're living in opposition to your natural energy flow. But you know, that's enough. I go ham. But with that being said, Jesus Christ. With that being said, you can definitely modify somebody's aura. Period. If you're a good person and you be around a bad person, they won't do bad shit in front of you. There's shit niggas doing here right now that they wouldn't do in front of me. Because you feel like, man, I can't do that shit in front of you. After y'all get done subscribing and get this wisdom, you can head your ass over to my YouTube channel and subscribe to my Young Pharaoh page. You can follow me on Instagram at Pharaoh_Allah. No, I'm not a Muslim. Please don't ask me. You can follow me on Twitter, Pharaoh_Allah. You can follow me on Facebook at Young Pharaoh. You can follow me on Snapchat, Pharaoh_Allah. And get with me all around the board, family. Period.
Well, that being said, let's get this wisdom. Philadelphia, Pharaoh lineage, and check it out.
That's right. Peace. Get my shit. I'm in my throat and dry as fuck. Y'all need to speak in the water.
Alright, so I'm not even gonna put you in it yet.
This water be like putting $10 in the tank. This one out, you gotta put another 10 in there.
For real.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah, alright, so what's up? This is
I like that.
yeah, this is my first
This is what
one.
you do, bro. I'll tell you right now.
Yeah.
Blank, count to 5 so that you can edit all of that extra footage.
Yeah.
Put a good look on your face, and then you just, once you count to 5 in your mind, then you get this, but then you start. But don't just go ahead, because you ain't gonna edit that. So right now we're gonna pause, we're gonna get a good look for the camera, and then you're gonna count to 5 in your mind, you're just gonna go.
Alright.
Sit back to watch it all unfold. The black ink rose to collect for every ancestor that met crossroads. Prophesied survivors I quote. These nations will march. Other roads come with the thorns. Now we ain't shooting back with cameras from Mars. This ain't no tip to tap. Plan to reward. For decades we said it's absorb patient, but we the generation that won't put up with your hate. Red, white, blue, just the colors that rotate. So when it's up, but like this pump, you got the lamp of fear in the tongue.